It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
Tell me what's going on with your daughter.
As of now, she's been missing for about 4 months.
4 months.
Yeah, the U.S. Marshals, the FBI, a little bit of everybody looking for her. So, you know, she was. I took her to visit her mom in Houston, and she was supposed to just spend a day or so with her. And my last time seeing her,
4 months ago.
August 16th.
That was the last time you saw her? When was the last time you spoke to the mother?
Instantly when she took her, I was calling and blowing up the phone that whole night, and then part of the next day, and after that everything got disconnected, blocked. So she kind of just went off the face of the earth as far as emails, phone, social media. She abandoned her apartment, abandoned the car. Like, so at this point, that's what made it a scary situation, you know, because it's like now when somebody moving like that and you know they mental not right, I had to decide, do I keep it private or do I go public? And at first I was keeping it private for almost 4 months because I felt like I'd rather hurt to protect my child. And then, you know, when I got a certain call with certain news, it was like, man, I just gotta go public. And at this point, I'm gonna leave it in God's hands, and hopefully he'll touch somebody's heart that may see my child and can get her back to me. Now the sad part is to have to experience somebody being like, oh, well, technically it's not kidnapping because she's with the mom. But it's like when you went through what I went through for 6 years and I actually have custody, and you came and took her, and not only did you take her, you flew her to a new city that same day and put a bunch of bogus charges on me. If the shoes was reversed and it was me, I'm pretty sure them people would have came and got me and found me ASAP. It wouldn't be a question of, well, it can't be kidnapping because the daddy came and took it from the mom who had custody. I was in LA searching for my baby for the longest, to the point.
Do you think she's here in LA, or where do you think she could be?
She's from LA, and the private investigator spotted her and her mama moving my baby from spot to spot. They just ended up, after they caught her doing that, moving her spot to spot, they got video of it. The last time my baby was seen, she was coming out of somebody's house, and the investigators tried to follow, and she took them on a high-speed chase.
Do you have a plea to the community? If you see your daughter, call.
I'm asking everybody, and I'm being very clear. Do not try and touch my child. Don't try and get her yourself. Don't bother the mama. It's missing posters up. It's all kind of different stuff. Just simply call the numbers, even if you got to call 911 and say you seen a missing child. Whatever you need to do just to make sure somebody can get there. Of course, definitely try not to let her get out your sight, because they can go back underground. They've been underground for 4 months now.
Sure. If the mother sees this, what do you say to her?
Look, my issue ain't, even as hurtful as it is, I can't do nothing but pray for her right now. But all I ask is, you know what's right and you know what's wrong, man. Just get truth back to me so I can make sure truth is okay.
Rapper Pray the Truth is known for his music and also his tireless advocacy work, but today it's a deeply personal story that's making headlines.
After a long and emotional journey, Trey has reunited with his 6-year-old daughter in a moment that's brought him joy and healing. Trey is sharing more about this special moment with us. He is joining us live. Trey, thanks so much for being with us. Let's jump right in here. Walk us through how this happy reunion came to be and what was going through your mind when you first saw your daughter Truth after so much time apart.
Man, type of emotions, definitely nervous, man. But first and foremost, I got to say the only way it happened was God. He put the right people in position, the right people in place to where everything aligned at the right time. I had received a call January 1st. It was like 8 in the morning. And the U.S. Marshal said, we found her. We need you to get out here. It's to a place called El Centro, California, by the border of Mexico. And I jumped up in less than 20 minutes. I was driving to the airport and got to traveling all day.
And Trey, we're so happy for you to know that your daughter is safe. Looking back on this entire journey that led you to that moment, to learning she was in El Centro, very close to the border there in California, what have you learned really about resilience and family?
Man, you just can't give up. You know, sometimes you have children, even elders. You have people in your family that doesn't know to fight for themselves and can't fight for themselves. And for me, the love I have for my children, I was going to go to the point I couldn't walk no more, to the point I couldn't breathe. I had to go to the end to protect them. And to touch back to the first question that you asked, man, when I seen it, was definitely, I was nervous because, you know, you never know what your child's been taught, what they've been told about you. And I think when we both seen each other, she was kind of hesitant for maybe 30 seconds to a minute, but soon as she seen her brother, everything that she was thinking, everything that she could have been told went out the window. It was just like, oh no, I'm back with my guys. So if you seen when she hugged her brother, then from that point on, she haven't left my side.
A very special moment, no doubt. You're known for giving back and helping others. How has this experience influenced or changed your perspective or inspired your work?
I think God definitely put it on my heart to understand that no matter what goes on, the work still has to be done. And believe it or not, man, I love this city I love people across the world just because even as I was out giving toys out to kids for Christmas or doing special needs events and other events, you had the kids and the parents come up to me and say, I'm praying for you, and how much they appreciate with what I'm going through right now. And that I took time away from dealing with what I was dealing with to assist them. That gave them hope and motivation. And I think this experience probably touched a lot of fathers that may have already given up, to understand that if they keep their faith in God and they stay dedicated and go in, day out, you know, it's a chance they can be reunited with their children too.
Can't imagine how difficult this time has been for you leading up to this point. Touching on what you just said, what else would you say to parents or families going through similar challenges to really inspire hope in them right now, Trey?
Again, you have to fight for your kids. Your kids need it, even when they may not know they need it. That's the results of us being parents. We have to do what's best for the child, you know. And at times you have to make sure we're not thinking about ourselves. We're not thinking about what makes us feel comfortable, because sometimes when we don't realize things that may make us feel comfortable, we could be hurting the child in the process, man. So I would say definitely stay dedicated. And I do want to say that people have to understand the child deserves both parents, like, because one parent may feel like they want to make a statement or make the other parent feel bad. It's not right to take a child away. Like, that's not how it's supposed to be, because, you know, you're never supposed to make a child have to choose. You're supposed to be able to allow them to experience both, you know, because everything plays a part. But if you do come into a situation like myself, you also have to understand sometimes you're going to have to do what's best for the child. I mean, it's just going to be a long process, but we'll get through it. Because, you know, people ask, oh, well, do you plan on letting us see her mother? And it's like, I believe, honestly, the scary part is that I don't think she thinks she's done anything wrong as far as the mother. So I would say when she gets to a point where mentally she's cool and she's got the help that she needs, then, you know, we'll figure it out. Because at the end of the day, I just want to see my baby smile. That's the biggest purpose.
A very powerful message. Once again, Trey, the truth, we are so thankful that you were able to share that happy reunion with your daughter. And a big thank you for all the work that you do for the community.
Oh, well, the crazy thing is I'm going to go on overdrive. And so the blessing with kids, right, you see a lot of you in them, and unexpectedly. So when she got here, we went to, and she had me running like crazy. She controlled my whole house. I just bought her a goat. You know, she got the horse and everything else. But she was going through a toy, and she like, I can't play with these no more, Dad. I'm going to bag them up, and I think we should go out and donate them. And, you know, at a moment like that, when it's just unexpected, it just, you know, it just make you smile on the inside and outside. So definitely we're going to be doing a lot of work this year.
Following in her dad's footsteps, right? You're setting that example. All right, Trey, the truth, we appreciate you. So happy for you and your family.
Most definitely, man. Thank y'all.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video, back in the confessional. And yes, we staying lit, big dog, man. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my homeboy Lucky Wheels and Deals. He keeps it lit. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Let me know what y'all think about it in the comment section. Hit the links down below. We got HiveMindLabs.com, HiveMindLabs.com, where you can get them super fat burners, unbig that Binac in the 10-act. Okay, it's the new year. We're gonna stop drinking that Hennessy and start taking care of your health. Okay. Now use the discount code everydaypj at checkout. Let's get into it, big dog. Now this sad situation that happens all too often. You know what I'm saying? One parent takes the child from the next. You know, fortunately, this one ended with a happy story, or you know, in some way, good story. But then in other times it doesn't end up so, you know, merry. Okay. But we want to, you know, send a shout out to Trey the Truth and welcome back his daughter. Again, man, this all goes to fathers who need to be proactive in their kids' life. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even the fathers that need to be proactive. It's also the mothers that need to stop. Stay out the way of fathers being proactive, because they could do that sometimes, man. And especially like there's the mothers who don't like what the father is doing, so they hold the kid away from them, you know, just because they feel some type of way. Not there's anything wrong, like the kid could be in danger or anything. They just feel some type of way with the father. And then there's the fathers that just don't put any efforts into taking care of their child. Like, if you put forth just a little bit of effort, you might be able to see your kid just a little bit, you know what I mean? A lot of men don't really like go to court, take the baby mama to court. Like, it could be a situation where maybe a few $100s, a few $1,000s is the difference between you and your kid, you know, having some type of custody agreement with your baby mama. And we do need more resources for fathers out there who are unable to make those payments. What I do think, though, is like things like child support is enforced, you know, by the government, enforced by the courts, you know, without any merit or without any lawyer involved. So I think it could be changed that fathers can now be represented by a lawyer to get some type of custody agreement within these child support courts. I mean, I think it's crazy to make a man pay child support but not force a man to be a kid. You can force him to pay, but you can't force him to be a father. That's crazy. I mean, that's absolutely insane. Now, what they do with that at that end, what they do with it, that's on them. I mean, if you give them enough rope, let them hang themselves. If they want to, you know, if they want to be proactive, then they'll meet the requirements to be able to see their kid every other weekend. I mean, it's every other weekend. It's not even that much time in a month. Like, literally, I know good fathers only see their kids six days a month. You know what I'm saying? And I've been one of those fathers where I would only see my kids 6 days a month. It's just like, and sometimes less than that. You know, and you'd be like, oh, they be like, when you gonna see your kids? When you gonna pick them up? Like, when you gonna drop them off? Because it's like, I've taken you to court. I've done this, but you know, when are you gonna hold your end of the bargain? You know, and then they always want to bring you to the table. Well, I'm gonna need you to start being consistent. Like, did we not just see this whole paperwork says consistency? This is my consistent schedule. Okay, if you deviate off this schedule, that means it's not me being consistent, it's you. So, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the issues that we have. And then when you got a parent that's like the Trey the Truth baby mama, and it could be a guy. Guys do this too. You know what I'm saying? It'd be some weirdo guys out there that feel the need that they could just take their kid from their baby mama when it'd be like, Man, for what? If you want to take your kid, just take the proper channels, man. If you want to spend that money, and if you want to spend that money and get, 100% custody, go ahead. It ain't cheap, but be my guest, and good luck trying to get a kid from a mom that's not unfit. You know what I'm saying? The mom could be unfit, broke, poor, roaches in the house, but as long as she ain't batshit crazy, she gonna keep the kids, and you gonna be having to go to work, pay her child support. It don't matter. That's how it is in Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? In order for my daughter to become in my custody, a lot of things had to happen. But fortunately, I was provided with the funds to be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? Life has blessed me. It ain't always the case in some people. And I've even went as far as allowing my daughter and mom to continue to have a relationship with her mom. That's not something that's supposed to happen. Like but that's what I allow. Because why should I take a kid from my mom? That's like, but if we turn that around, they'll be like, they wouldn't ask that. That's what Trey said. If you turn that situation around, man, moms wouldn't care if that man, they wouldn't allow that man to be around his kid. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, nope, he can't see his daughter because that's what the judge said, so he ain't seeing his daughter. That's how they do it. But shoe on the other foot, we supposed to give them grace and all this stuff like that. So I think it's crazy. Because also when I had my interview with Young Goldie, it was like, I've been on child support since my kids I can remember. But I ain't never not been able to take care of my kids. I ain't no deadbeat, but hey, if y'all, if that's what y'all see fit, put me on child support. So you put me on child support, then what? I mean, that's all you get. But, shoes on the other foot, I ain't getting no child support. So, not only that, it's like you don't even offer. Hey, I know Brinley might need some this or Brinley might need that, but nah, ain't none of that. So, we could go on and on about some of this stuff. Like, man, we be showing us too much grace to these women, man. They be doing us wrong, and then when we get stuck in the bad end of the stick, then we look crazy. Like, why is this lady able to take the? Now I wonder if she's in jail, but why is this lady even allowed to take my kid away like that? You know what I'm saying? And then they say, well, she's the mom. It's not kidnapping, right? That's crazy that somebody would even say that. It's like, yo, I'm the sole provider, sole custodial parent. You don't just take my kid away. Because if it was a man, y'all be done locked him up and took away all rights immediately. And it could have been something else. And not only that, it would have been an APB out immediately. This would have been televised all over, but Trey the Truth, he didn't put it out there like that. So we're not gonna blame like everybody, but I mean it would have been something out there. All I'm saying is, man, it's a messed up system, messed up situation, man. And I ain't trying to take shots at, my kid's mom or anything, because all of them got their own lives. I know I ain't just like the perfect person. But, you live and you learn. And then you're supposed to be getting along with the people that you make kids with, because at times you could need them people. And we act like, that's the thing. Baby mamas act like they don't need you, but they do. But more importantly, your kids need you. So, I just think that like people need to stop being assholes by nature and really just, co-parent logically. Stop trying to be an ass. Stop trying to take control. Even if you have a little bit of control, that's when you see women be the most bitter. It's as soon as they get control. And they use the kids as control pawns of control. So, you know. But again, this all falls into be careful who you make babies with, because you never know. Everyday people, man, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to holler at you later. Peace.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as fast as 1 week.